Welcome back. We've got some needless crisscrossing to do. And then it's over. Hey. Shit! What? Everyone alright? I totally did not remember that part. I still don't. I'm kinda confused. Oh, you need to watch where you're going, Charles. Sorry, that was my bad. Ow, I'm bleeding, Dad! I need some ecto-cooler! I'm fine. Must be the excellent shock absorption abilities of my b-ball skin. Well, the ladder's broken now, so we won't be able to get back up. Damn it! Let's just keep going forward. Oh, what? What's with that stats? 144.67? That's weird. I'm bleeding, Dad. I need an ecto-cooler. You were not fine. You were way down there. So this is Proto-Neo New York. Can we take a break, Dad? I'm getting kinda tired. I'll be the first to second that. My dogs are barking, Charles. I can keep going, but I still suggest we stop to gather our berries and plan some things out. Alright. Oops, I wanted you to know that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for getting you involved in this whole mess. This whole goddamn mess. Dad, it's okay. It's best that we got Hoops when we did. There's no telling what could have happened to him at the hands of Inspector Jordan, and as much I'd hate to say this, he's safer with us, despite the situation we're in. Why is your head on fire, Balthios? This is just also bonkers. It's also goddamn bonkers. Goddamn. What? I can't pronounce it anyway. Goddamn. So goddamn bonkers. All of this. We're running around the post-cyber-apocalypse looking for clues about who or what BLOODMOSES is, and who did the chaos dunk and all this shit, but about the ultimate b-ball, it's just bonkers. As bonkers as it may be, Charles, the world hangs on the fringe, and we're the only ones capable of saving it. You're right, Cyber Dwarf, I know you are, but I just wish shit didn't have to be this way. I wish it could have just go back to when b-ball was b-ball and no shit attached. And we didn't have to whisper every time we wanted to talk about Nike. It's like the whole world's just fucked. Well, maybe we can change that. Oops. Dad, I've been meaning to ask you, what's the cyber-apocalypse? Well, Hoops, I don't really know how to explain it to you. I'm not really religious. 2,000 years ago, a Jickelbergen freedom fighter was crucified by the British Empire in an event that was known as the Boston Massacre. His name was Clispeth. Ryuji Atuk. You mean the Clispeth? They are one and the same, Hoops. It is shocking for many to give context to Clispeth's historical relevance, but he was indeed real. He was the leader of an army that was fighting for the freedom of the Jickelberg from the British Empire. The backlash of the Boston Massacre was tremendous. Armies gathered underneath the banners of Clispeth's remaining disciples to fight the British Empire. They fought for the duration of 616 years, until both sides were destroyed and the whole world obliterated. This was a cyber-apocalypse, and we are living in its consequences. The Clispeth I learned about in church was... The laughter. It's coming from over there. Quickly, run into the house! Who's there? Do it or he'll get you, quickly! Oh, I just remembered I don't know what the hell's going on, but we'd better do it. Oh, never mind. What the hell's going on? And what was that laughter? Who are you?
Shh, quiet! He'll hear us!
Who?
The ghost dad.
Just tell me what the hell's going on here.
Keep it down, he's still here. Can you hear him? I think he's gone now. That was close. Charles, I haven't seen you in a long time.
What? I've never seen you before in my life.
You don't recognize my sensual curves and delicate frame, Charles Barkley? I was once the talk of the WNBA. Oh, but I suppose that the loose b-ball energies have ravaged my bodies. My body and time has ravaged your memory.
Juana man? It can't be you. You were one of the first kills in the Purge. What happened to you?
That's what the TV said. I paid off those lousy reporters with what money I had left and went into hiding here in Proto-Neo New York. What I didn't know was that the b-ball energy levels down here were so high that all those who exposed became b-ball mutants.
Juana had no idea.
Nobody did, not at first, but that's not even the worst of it.
The ghost dad?
I don't know who he is or where he came from, Charles, but he's terrible. He haunts the streets of Proto-Neo New York looking for victims for his sadistic whims. We were already miserable, but before the ghost dad came, we could at least be miserable in peace.
I'm really sorry, Juana man, but we're only here because we're on our way to the old Spaulding building. We're not here to stay.
Heh, the Spaulding building. Want to relive your past glories, huh? That's a shame, Barkley.
A shame? Why?
Because the old Spaulding building's cut off by the fog. Don't even bother trying to stumble through that shit. You'll just get lost and wind up back here, trust me. We've tried to reach it and we've lost a few men. It's because of Ghost Dad, Charles. He's causing the mist. I'm sure if you destroy him, you can clear it out. Your only real option is to go into town and accept the Hunter quest on the bulletin board to defeat Ghost Dad and clear up the fog.
Bulletin board? Hunter quest? What's all this?
Ask Ramirez. He's standing next to the Hunter quest bulletin board and he's an expert. He can get you started out as a monster hunter.
Looks like we got no other choice. We'll accept your hunt quest and kill the Ghost Dad.
Thank you, Charles. I mean it. Thank you.
Don't think I'm doing it out of kindness of my heart, Juana. I'm doing it to raid your houses. Is there nothing around? Come on.
Get away from me.
Suit yourself, chump. See what... Wait, do I know you?
Barkley.
Wild man. You're as pale as a ghost now.
I'm ashamed we used to jam together. I wouldn't be surprised if you forgot the meaning of that word.
Why you gotta say shit like that, man? What changed since we last met that would make you think something like that?
Get off your Cliffsmith damn high horse, Barkley. You killed the only thing that ever meant a damn to me. You cursed us all, Barkley. You cursed us all.
Charles, there is some more pressing issues to address right now. I suggest. No, Balthios, I gotta sort this out. Look, I know I messed up. I can't change that. But I'll be damned if anyone tries to stop me from making things better.
You make me sick. In fact, you're the very reason I was infected with negative B-ball energies. Now this place is a wasteland. B-ball was always there for you when you needed it most. Where were you when B-ball needed you most? Running like a coward, you pond scum. You don't know what it's like. You never know what it's like. You're right, I don't. I won't. I'll never become the monster you are. I don't know what to tell you. Hardly surprising. You never had the guts to say you're sorry. Alright then. I can't change the past. I know that. There's not a goddamn day that goes through my head where I didn't think about everything being different. You know what? What does living in the past do? Not a whole lot. All I have to look forward to is the future, no matter how bleak it is. I'm sorry, Wild Man. I miss jamming till the sun went down. I miss making a huge slam in front of thousands of screaming fans. B-ball may be banned now, but I'm going to change that. Mark my words, things are only going to get better from here on in. Maybe you have changed. Only time will tell. Eesh. Lengthy. Can't we steal any of your stuff, Wild Man? Don't you have anything? What is that? Oh, hi. You don't have to stare at me. I know I'm a freak. I just thought I wasn't always like this. I used to be a pretty handsome guy. Kinda like yourself. That all changes once you start living down here. Once you start sucking in those b-ball energies. It's everywhere. It's in the air. It's in the ground. It's in the food. It's in the walls. You can't avoid it no matter what you do. It'll get you as long as you're down here. And when it does, you'll start to change. Maybe your hair will get thin and wiry like a net. Or maybe you'll grow a b-ball tumor. Or maybe your hands will turn into whistles. It's different for everyone. But one thing's for sure. As long as you're down here, it'll get you. Haha. Wendy. Brilliant. None of us chose to come down here. We're all victims of circumstance. Some of us might have been running from the law. Others might. Others because they didn't fit in up there. It doesn't matter why we're here. What matters is that we're outcasts and none of us can ever go back up. They say there's a doctor up there who can help people to look however they want. But could he help a person like me? My hands, my feet, they're basketballs. We came down here because of shame. If we went back up, it'd only be worse. The video... breaking the rules. The VidCon Manifesto by Pump. All VidCons must be released alongside a minimum of 4 limited edition wall scrolls. The wall scrolls will feature pictures of characters from the VidCon in the anime style. The only exceptions to this rule are sports games, which will not be released with any wall scrolls, as there is enough sports memorabilia to last ignorant fans a lifetime. Only one VidCon per sport can be released a year. For example, there can only be one basketball VidCon, one football VidCon, one baseball VidCon, etc. All VidCons with English voice acting must make Japanese voice acting optional. Further must... Alright, I'm butchering this terribly. Furthermore, they must allow for subtitles. Subs, not dubs. Hear, hear. All RPGs must strictly adhere to the moe aesthetic. This may anger some Western RPG VidConners, but I barely consider them VidConners at all. All VidCons must have a minimum of 3 beautifully crafted anime cutscenes. All VidCons must be released alongside its full feature-length soundtrack. In order to avoid confusion, the soundtrack must be called Game Name OST. For example, Artoneliko, Melody of Elimina, OST. It may not have any subtitles, for example, Artoneliko, Melody of Elimina, Rhapsody of Music soundtrack. This rule does not apply to arranged soundtracks. Ooh! Throat hurts. I need some safer voices. But anyway, thanks for watching. That's all for now.